Alright, in today's video we're going to go over cold email, so without further ado, let's just dive right into it. Alright, let's go. So here's what we're going to cover: cold email and summary. And if you haven't already, subscribe and follow me on Instagram for important updates regarding the course. Also share the course, I need you guys' help. Let's start a revolution and change people's lives together. Let's go. Warning, this is the most important video in the entire course. Watch the entire video, don't skip around, don't fast forward. And I want to mention this as well. If you're just jumped into this video and you skipped all of the other videos, this video is not going to make any sense at all. You have to go through entire module number 1, especially module number 2, to have your SNMA crafted, and you also need to have gone through the first 2 videos at least here in module 3, where we talk about the welcome video and the copywriting and tracking. If you just jump to this video directly, it's not going to make any sense to you at all. So yeah, I'm just throwing that out there because I believe that some people are just going to jump to this video. Don't do that. It's not going to make any sense to you, and it's just going to be a weird video for you. So you have to watch the entire video and the entire course in its sequential order. Pro tip: watch the video in double speed if you want to save yourself some time. Now let's go. All right, so prepare the outreach messaging. You should have completed this in the previous video. If not, go back and do it now. We did that in the copywriting and tracking video. We've also talked about the way we do our organic outreach in those 2 videos, the old way versus the new way. We're not spamming, we're not using any spamming tools or those email tools or buying big email lists or anything like that. But the way we want to do it is to have the manual approach and use our tracking sheet to reach out to people, right? So the first thing you need to have is your outreach message. You should have that by now. If you don't have it, again, go back and fix it first. Identify prospects. So identify prospects when you're doing LinkedIn. You can either utilize the LinkedIn Sales Navigator, as we went over in the previous video. You can also utilize Meta like Facebook or Instagram, YouTube, or you can simply do simple Google search, right, to identify businesses on Google, find their website and see if they have an email there. The thing with emails though, like how to collect emails, finding direct emails to prospects it's basically becoming harder and harder. People don't showcase their direct emails on the web like they used to. That's why it's great to utilize the direct social media platforms as well. So that's why I know that I've talked about in those videos that you can identify one certain platform and only stick with that. But honestly, doing a mix of it is probably the way to go as well, because the LinkedIn Sales Navigator is a great place to identify prospects. You can send a friend request and try to reach out to them there. But as soon as you have identified somebody on one platform, you can easily identify them on another platform as well. And sending Instagram DMs, as we talked about in the previous video, as I showed you Gio's profile, I really like Instagram because you can showcase who you are, you can sell yourself on your page, and you can send the DMs to people without being like connected with them, right? As you need to do on those other platforms. And the truth with cold email is that it's getting harder and harder to collect emails from websites because people are so used to getting spammed with those unpersonalized emails that they don't show their emails directly on the website. They don't even have like an info email on the website. They just have a contact form that is connected to their email essentially, because they know that people are just going to spam them to death essentially, right? And buying lists. This is not something that I recommend, and the reason why should be 100% clear to you by now. And if you don't know why I don't recommend buying lists and using email tools, then you haven't watched the previous videos. So if you know no idea what I'm talking about here, like why doesn't Max talk about, those different email outreach tools, those automations? I've heard that they are great. If you don't know my take on that, you haven't watched any videos, just go back and rewatch everything from the beginning, as you should have done, right? But if you've gone through all of the videos, you know exactly why I don't recommend buying lists. We don't want to do the old way, we want to stick with the new way for all of those reasons that we've talked about multiple times by now, right? Send emails manually. So you don't need any tools to do this. Simply open up your inbox and send the emails as you would do if you send it to a friend or a family member, right? Don't automate. Personalize, personalize, personalize. And then finally, daily plan. Set a daily plan for the amount of prospects you will identify and reach out to. For example, 25 high quality prospects per day. So I don't know if I even need to show you how to send a manual email, but let's do it anyways. So you open up your email inbox, right? You go here and you click compose, you write the email, and you do a subject line. For example, hi, John from Max. You say, hi, John. And then you write your first personal line here plus compliment, as we've talked about, and then you do your pitch, then you do your call to action, and then just your name, right? This is how you write an email. And here you can also include like pitch plus Loom link, for example. Super simple. As you've sent it, you record that you've sent it in your tracking sheet, you click send, you start the email conversation, and then that's how you do it. That's all you need. Boom, super simple. It's almost like I don't even have to make a video about this. And you know, pretty much everybody else when they talk out there about how to do cold email, it's so sexy to sell the idea about all these different tools, right? Yeah, you can buy the list, you can download 1,000 emails, and then you can just blast it out and you can sit back and relax and you're just gonna get a ton of clients and a ton of calls. And it's like, yeah, I've tried that. I've done it multiple times. I know that people still do it to this day, and they do it successfully, and they get some leads and clients coming in. But in my opinion, doing it the new way is just so much better, because you're actually building real relationships with people, and you're not just aiming for those 3% who are just in the market and hot right now, this one right here, but you're actually aiming for the entire triangle, and you're building relationships with all of them. And this should be 100% clear to you by now how to do this. Important to remember though, when you do cold email, the platform or the tool is not the secret. It's your offer messaging and outreach method that makes the difference. And don't be fooled by the people selling you the dream that a tool will solve all your problems. It will not. Only getting the fundamentals right will, right? I've repeated this 1,000 times and I will continue to do so, right? Because it's so important. So let's summarize this video. All right. Right medium for you. Email might not be the best platform for your niche. Ask yourself, do business owners in your niche spend time on Meta or YouTube or on email? Or do they mostly hang around on LinkedIn? What's the best for your niche? Identify which one is the best, or can you do a mix of everything, right? Identify them on LinkedIn, reach out on Instagram, or identify them on YouTube, reach out on Instagram, vice versa. Or Facebook groups, reach out on Instagram. The fundamentals, if you don't have them in order, if you don't have your fundamentals in order, your prospecting or sales won't work. Everything is in your offer, positioning, and messaging, and the method you use when you do your outreach as well. If you don't get the desired response, go back to the drawing board and adjust essentially, and then take action. Nothing happens without taking action, and remember that you will naturally get a lot of no's when doing organic outreach. Believe in your SMA and keep going. And we've also talked about this triangle, and also in the previous video, we talked about the potential here, right? If you reach out to 25 new prospects every single day, Monday through Saturday, and we went through those numbers in those two previous videos. I'm not going to do it again because I've already done it 2 times. You know, you can get your first 5 to 7 clients easily within 3 months, at least 5 to 7 clients within 3 months if you just do the work and take the action. And again, your tracking sheet will be the proof of this. So I don't want anybody writing in the group saying that this doesn't work, because the first thing I'm going to ask you is to show your prospecting sheet, and we can just dive into it and see that you've actually done your personalized outreach messages, and you've done it for 25 people every single day for 3 months. You've done everything, you've followed up with them, and I want to see proof of that before anybody starts complaining that it doesn't work. Because I know for sure, if you do that and you give it your best and actually do the work, it is going to work, all right? If you have the fundamentals in place, you have something to sell that people want to buy. All right, follow me on Instagram and on YouTube for important updates regarding the course. Share the course. Let's start a revolution and change people's lives together. And here's today's quote from Dale Carnegie. Most of the important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there seemed to be no hope at all. This is so true, right? And if you're an entrepreneur, by just having this mindset that you're never going to give up, you're going to have a huge competitive advantage. Because the truth is that most people that you're competing with today, they're going to give up. It's just the way it is. They're going to niche jump, or they're going to be freaked out or jump onto another business idea because it's better to run an e-com business instead. And they're constantly trying to find the easier thing to do. But the truth is that nothing is really easy. You need to become an expert at what you do. And the only way to do that is just to dig in your heels and stick with one thing and do that one thing for a long period of time until you get it to work. With this course, you can speed up the process so much. I'm basically giving away all of the knowledge that I've received or generated since 2015 really. I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars into courses and thousands of hours into sales calls and learning and reading books and trying to figure out these fundamentals out for myself. And now I'm sharing this completely for free with you. So if you just go through this course and implement everything and stick to it, and you don't give up, even when you think that there's no more hope, you just stick to it. You are going to win, right? Just wake up every morning, give yourself 1 to 2 hours or 1 to 3 hours every single morning, reach out to 25 people and also follow up with the people in your tracking sheet. Just do that over and over and over again for 90 days and you're gonna get your 5 to 7 first clients. I promise you, it is going to happen. You have to believe in it and actually take action. All right, so that's it for today's video. Let's get to work and I'll see you in the next one.